3 reasons why twin flames are not experiencing physical togetherness with their person. And welcome back to our channel. We're Adam and Breann, twin flames in Harmonious Twin Flame Union, and we are Master Certified Ascension Coaches with Twin Flames Universe. Yeah, all right, so first reason why, and we want to first speak to, the entire world in this, and that is everyone desires, true love. Everyone has that calling, that feeling in their heart of just wanting to find their perfect person, but not everyone believes that they can actually have that, right? And if you don't believe that you can actually have your one true love, which is your twin flame, then you're likely, or if you're not ready for the journey, your heart's not going to be awakened to it yet. Right, and so you'll continue to date around and have relationships where, you evolve in some form or fashion. Yeah, and so that's speaking to the entire world. And then the second reason why twin flames are not physically together is...
I feel like this one has like several parts to it in a sense, so... I mean, for some people, they're not ready to do all the inner work it requires, because it requires a whole bunch of inner work. Basically, it's a lot. But then the other part is like you might be doing, inner work in some sense, or, shadow work, or all these things, like in different ways. But nothing seems to be moving. So you might not have the most efficient way of healing, which, we found one and it worked.
Yeah.
Ta-da, So it's kind of like, sometimes it's just that, right? Like needing the ways that work well. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to add, when I first realized that I had a twin flame, and I was like, wow, I was mind blown that I really had a perfect person. I tried many different methods that I found on YouTube, and I laugh at myself now because some of the things that I tried is quite silly, but I actually did believe in those moments, like, well, maybe this will really work. And I would like meditate, and I had like this truth candle, and I would pray and meditate.
I think we made a video about that once. Some kind of...
Like a funny video.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would, like meditate and pray that my twin flame would speak their truth, meaning that they would actually acknowledge the love that we had for one another. Now that I look back on that, and I have a lot of compassion for myself, but I also laugh at it because that it wasn't doing anything for me. I would invest in, webinars. It really it was a lot of twin flame talk, but it didn't actually get to the core of what you needed in order to actually experience results in your union, right?
Yeah, that was what I kind of like. I didn't venture out so much into the YouTube world at first, but I was on websites, like there was some kind of kit or something. And
yeah.
I was like reading that, and but like it didn't do nothing really, and I was listening to these like weird like calling in meditations or something like that, but it didn't really do much.
Yeah, yeah, that was my experience too. And there's something else I was going to add to this about my personal experience, but maybe it'll come back at a later time. Oh, that's what I wanted to say too, is that this journey, it's like it really requires you to look at, they often call it your shadow self, right? And so with that inner work, it's really, I feel like where people get stuck in this is that they're like, hey guys, but I am doing the inner work. But a lot of times where people get caught up is they believe that they're doing the inner work, but their twin flame isn't, right? And if you believe that you're doing the inner work, but that your twin flame's not, then that thought in itself means you still believe in separation. Because to know that you're doing the inner healing work and knowing that your twin flame is doing it too, because they are you, meaning that you can't heal separately from one another. And what I mean by that is like, I was healing codependency before me and Adam came physically together. And lo and behold, Adam was healing codependency too in a different relationship, right? And so we were both healing it, but we had no idea that we were both healing it at the exact same time. And so internally, we were both making the same choice to heal, but we were not talking to each other. We weren't even, I don't even know if we'd cultivated, we weren't even friends yet. And so this just goes to show you that twin flames, you heal as one. So if you're looking at your person or your twin flame and you're like, but I'm doing the healing and they're not, I'm waiting on them to heal. Well, that thought, like I said, is fueling separation. All right, and that's where we come in, right? This is where we've learned how to manifest our harmonious union and maintain it by applying the teachings of union and the mirror exercise.
This is like maintain it, because we would not work if we didn't have this in the work. It wouldn't. No. It wouldn't be a good time.
Even when we come into union, there was like a push-pull dynamic, a love-hate, I guess you could say. We either deeply, deeply loved one another, or we couldn't stand each other to where we would not even want to talk, right? That's how hot and cold. But with the inner work, we were able to balance and harmonize ourselves with each other, right? And now we maintain that harmony and we continue to deepen it and grow it. All right. So reason number 3, and this is very, very crucial and important, and I want you to really listen and hear what we say, and even go back and rewatch this, because number 3 is incredibly important, okay? And that is, and you kind of be like, what? When I say it, you'd be like, how does that? But we're going to let you know, okay? So what is number 3?
You don't want it.
Well.
Was that not the one?
I mean, no.
Oh, but that could be a reason, though.
It's true. Well, that's perfect, though. Let's make a number 3 and 4. So this is number 3. And then I'll share the one that I was going to say is number 4. This is fun, though. Yeah. Okay? So you're right. Right? Like this was, a deeply upsetting. I was a live student, right, through Twin Flame Ascension School. And there was a class that we came into where Jeff and Shalia said, the reason, and he was looking at all of his students, and I was one of them in front of them. They said the reason why you're not with your twin flame yet is because you don't want them yet. And I was so upset. I was like, don't tell me that I don't want my twin flame. That's all I desire in my heart, right? And I had to move through a lot of feelings. But after I processed my feelings, they were right. And I was using excuses as excuses to hide a deeper reason why. And my excuses were, my house isn't in order. I don't know, it was like stupid stuff. Like I didn't feel like I was good enough, or I didn't feel like, but what was underneath that was a fear of abandonment. I've mentioned this many times before in my videos, is that I had a deep-seated fear that if I allowed my twin flame in, that they could abandon me. And so it's like, well, I'm not even gonna allow myself to have it, because then that would hurt too much if I was, they came in and then left.
There can be various reasons, right?
Totally, various reasons, but it's true, because whatever we want, we get. Meaning that, and you can put it in a good analogy here. Like, you can do this as an example. Let's just say you tell the universe that you want to see a red balloon. I'm just throwing something out there, right? I guarantee you within the next few days, you're going to see a red balloon. Why? Because there's no resistance to that, unless you're just terrified of a red balloon. It reminds me of that It movie with the clown. But seriously, like if you just tell the universe, I want to see a red balloon, you're gonna see it. But with your twin flame, like I said, there's no resistance to the red balloon. With your twin flame, when you're like, okay, I want to be with my twin flame, I choose them. Well, there's a lot of things in your vibration that is not choosing them and is not ready for them. And so when you choose your twin flame, you say to the universe, I want to be with them. The universe is first going to show you everywhere where you're not wanting to be with them. All right. And those are the things that you heal through. That's where the mirror exercise comes into play. So I'm really glad that you threw that out there. That's good.
You're welcome.
It's really good. Yeah. Okay. So number 4. Okay. So number 3 and number 4 are incredibly valuable and important. And so, as I said before, you can go back and rewatch this as many times as you like. Mm-hmm. So number 4 is humility. Mm-hmm. You have to have a very deep willingness to humble yourself, you know, choosing humility. And what I mean by that is that your twin flame journey is going to completely rip apart everything that you have learned in how you have a relationship or how you be in a romantic relationship. The twin flame journey is going to deconstruct every single thing that you know about yourself and about your love life, right? And that can be a very scary and vulnerable and fragile thing to experience. And, you know, through the teachings of union, they let us know that through this journey, you're going to experience many different, I believe it said identity crisis, because it's true, because it's tearing apart what you've known yourself to be. And a lot of what we've known ourselves to be, not worthy, not good enough, not perfect, not this, not that, whatever that voice in your head tells you that you're not this, you're not doing this, or you're not, whatever that negative voice is, right? That's the thing that's going to be deconstructed. And so that you can realign yourself with divine unconditional love. And that is where your twin flame meets you, is in that place of you seeing yourself as a beautiful, divine, and worthy being. And that's not something that you can just snap your fingers and know. It is a process. It's a journey that you have to take, because it was a journey that you had to take to get to the place of believing that you were unworthy or not good enough or not deserving of divine love. That was a journey that you took to get to that place. And so it's a journey to get yourself out of that. But the journey is incredibly worth it and incredibly fruitful.
It's good.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
if you're feeling stuck or you're not with your twin flame, I challenge you, reach out. We can help you. Mm-hmm. And this is the place to be.
It sure is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.